Let's talk about fixing inappropriate behaviour when you have a bitey cat or kitten. So if your cat goes from cuddly to bitey, it may be that as a kitten you've played with your kitten inappropriately, and we've all seen those videos where the kitten is on its back and the owner's literally tickling the tummy and the cat's biting, and that's okay, it doesn't hurt. It's not okay, but when it's a kitten, it doesn't hurt as much. But what you're actually teaching your kitten is that it's okay to behave in that way. So as the kitten grows older into an adult cat, their teeth are going to be sharper, their nails are going to be sharper too. And they're just going to behave the way that they always have because it was acceptable as a kitten. So why isn't it acceptable as a cat to behave like that now? You have given them permission to behave like that. So let's start at the very beginning. If you've got a kitten, it's really important to remember that your hands are literally for affection, for strokes, for fuss. They're certainly not for play. Using play tools for play is what is appropriate. So some great tools for kittens would be wands, and they come in all different shapes and sizes, and kickers. That again, it extends your hand onto the kitten and it allows the kitten to exhibit predatory play with a wand or a kicker like this. You may see the bunny feet going as well. Well, you don't want your hand to be a victim of the bunny feet. You want to be giving them something like this that's appropriate. And then as they get older, they'll probably grab it in their mouth and take it away from you. There's different styles of kickers too, so this one can actually be infused with catnip. I wouldn't use catnip if you've got a very excitable cat. I'd be looking probably to put something like valerian or silvervine in here, and then that gives them extra sensory enrichment, which is great. So some cats like and are reactive to catnip, other cats aren't. It can certainly make them a little bit aggressive, especially in a multi-cat house. So make sure you know your cat and you know what sensory enrichment is going to work for them. If you do have a bitey cat, it's important to understand why they are reacting to you. It could have been through inappropriate play when they were a kitten, or it could be that you're actually overstimulating them. So a good rule of thumb is 3 seconds on, 3 seconds off. Be aware of their body language. If their pupils dilate, if their ears slightly flatten and the tail starts to twitch and the skin ripples, these are early signals that the cat is getting overstimulated, in which case you cease the contact, and then it doesn't allow them then to rehearse that behaviour and bite you. If a cat does bite you, just literally go limp. Try not to exclaim and certainly don't scold, and if you can, remove your body focus onto them, so moving to the side. Certainly don't have eye contact with them because you don't want to stimulate them anymore, and you don't want to behave like the prey, and the prey, if a cat caught it, would still wiggle a little bit, so you want to keep still. If you can distract them, then that would be better still. And then if you want to reinitiate play, then do this with an appropriate toy such as a wand or a kicker. Restarting this play calmly. I've seen some cat parenting styles where the parent will actually agitate the cat because they think it's fun. They think the cat is enjoying it. The cat probably isn't enjoying it. The cat's probably being reactive and will start to get frustrated. And then again, it's almost actually conditioning the cat to behave in an appropriate way for them to deal with that situation, which would be to be aggressive. So when you're taking on a new kitten, I think it's really important to make sure that you always figure out what is appropriate play and try not to get too engrossed into that tummy and roughing up too much, because that's just going to exacerbate any stimulatory response in the cat and the kitten, and it's going to turn out badly. A lot of the cases of aggression that I see have been either from the kitten has been adopted very, very early and it's had no maternal habituation, and this is when the mother cat will actually teach the kitten how to behave, or it will be because of inappropriate play. And this shocks a lot of cat parents, because then they realise that their behaviour in their interaction with the kitten has actually evolved into a behavioural response that the adult cat now sees as normal. I hate to say this, but men are normally the worst types of cat parents when it comes to inappropriate play with kittens, because their play style is probably less delicate than a female's, and they enjoy that interaction with the kitten. But then be mindful that if you have young children in the home, the cat's going to be rehearsing this behaviour. So just because you've got a kitten now and you haven't got any children, it may be in years to come that you will have a family, and your cat that was the kitten that was played with inappropriately is going to be quite a risk to your children. I mentioned the scolding earlier. It's really important that you don't punish a cat. Certainly don't shout at them or scream or scold, because this will actually just increase their intensity of the bite. If you are adopting an older cat, or you do have an older cat that tends to bite, this could be because it's been conditioned that it's okay to bite as a kitten, or it could be that it's overstimulated very, very easily. So it's about understanding what that cat is actually, what the threshold is, and sticking to the 3-second rule. Offering different styles of play as well. Remember, not everything has to be up close and personal. You could put in place some hide and seek games, maybe consider training your cat, or clicker training. So when they are good and they actually don't do any biting behaviour, then you could use a clicker and deliver a treat. So positive reinforcement is always the way forward with a cat. And remember, whatever you're teaching your kitten now, they're going to carry that through into adulthood. If you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to the channel and let me know if you want a video on any particular subject.